In this video I want to look at another introduction for algebra, which is basically letting children know that algebra is to figure out patterns. Now it's a slightly advanced one. This has two variables. So we have basically a cat and dog story. Okay, so the purpose also of this video is many people think that the algebraic expression that is written, the first expression written, is logical, and after that everything else is calculation. But the logic that we will develop will help people see that every step of the algebraic expression can actually have a logic. It has a flow. It's just logical thinking that is streamlined. That's all. Doing zoom in and out. So the first step is there are 10 animals. Okay, you don't know. There are cats and dogs, but you don't know how many cats and how many dogs. Okay, so each dog will eat 4 biscuits. And then the question usually goes, if the total number of biscuits is that they eat is this, how many cats are there, how many dogs are there? Of course, without wasting any biscuits and without overeating, which means cat doesn't eat 3 biscuits. That doesn't really work. So usually you solve this with algebra, but now let's just think of solving it logically. So if we just use logic to solve it, how would we do it? And I'm going to tell you how to do it. So basically, if you give it to a child who doesn't know algebra, then they'll just say, okay, let me give everybody 2 biscuits. So the cats are satisfied. Okay, so I'll give everybody 2 biscuits. So let's take an example. So let's say we have total number of biscuits that they eat is 28. Now this number needs to be between 20 and 40, obviously. If all of them are cats, they'll only have 20 biscuits. If all of them are dogs, they'll have 40 biscuits. So the number has to be in between 20 and 40. So if I give 28, I give everyone 2 biscuits. So all the cats and all the dogs have been given 2 biscuits. Now each dog needs 2 extra biscuits. So I have 8 biscuits left. So I divide those 8 biscuits among 2 for 4 dogs. So there are 4 dogs and 6 cats. That's the logic. You can solve this question without using any algebra, right? So now when you did solve it with algebra, what happened? What did you get? So let's look at that. So you'll basically write the expression as 2. So you'll use, let's say, C. C is number of cats. Okay, C is not cats. C is number of cats is C. Okay. So 2C represents the number of biscuits that cats eat. Because every cat eats 2 biscuits. Total number of biscuits cat eat is 2C. That's all. Okay. And then we are adding the number of biscuits the dogs eat. So each dog eats 4 biscuits, and I'm going to have number of dogs is D. Yeah, and so this is equal to, in this case, 28, known number. Okay, so I have 2C plus 4D is 28. Of course, the other equation is C plus D is 10. Cats plus dogs is 10, total number of animals. So I can just substitute that. So if I use the substitution method, then I'll say, okay, 2 times, okay, fine, 10 minus D, C is 10 minus D, number of cats is 10 minus number of dogs, plus 4 times, okay, plus 4 times D is equal to 28. Now what this means is I have 20 minus 2 biscuits have been given to every dog, but a dog wants 4 biscuits. Is equal to 28. Now this is exactly what we did. We gave everyone 2 biscuits. So that became 20 biscuits. Now since we have already given the dog 2 biscuits, they don't need 4 biscuits each. They need only 2 biscuits more. So the next step, which is, so you remove 20 from 28. So you get 8 on the other side. How did you get 8? 28 minus 20. This is what we did. And then the other side is 2 biscuits need to be given to each dog. Right? And so the final step is, of course, D is equal to 8 by 4 by 2 which is 4. So if you look at it, every step along the way is actually the logic that we created. But the question is, when we write an expression, are we thinking of what is the logic that this expression is telling me? And usually we don't think about it. And if we started thinking about it, then algebra would help us see the patterns we are not usually able to see and actually enjoy problem solving again. Because most people who do algebra, after they do algebra and figure it out and they can solve, they don't enjoy puzzles anymore. They say, I can always solve it with algebra. So this is to recreate that enthusiasm in trying to figure out what is algebra telling me, what is the story of this next line that I get when I solve something.